out of college, I actually went into agriculture software company. It's a accounting software, so I kind of used my interest in accounting.
I grew up as a farm kid. I went to college, got married, I had my job in town, was moved around several times and got tired of moving every time I just got settled into my job. And so I returned back to the farm one day, helped my dad.
I always wanted to be in an office job, but I still like being outside. I like being a part of nature, agriculture.
Women have always had a part in agriculture.
I believe they've been involved since the beginning of time. I believe it's important because it shows the diversity of what they can do and become sole responsible themselves to do the jobs.
I would see it just of seeing a need to help produce food, or even with like agriculture isn't just in the traditional sense like growing crops on a farm, but also it's the fibers and also livestock. So just helping alongside, it maybe look different throughout the years and for each individual woman.
Women in ag are important because they can get the job done just as easy as a man can. They can work hard too. It's a job for everybody. Women, kids, men, old, young, everybody can do it. So
I believe they play a key part, just as men do as well, but we need everyone in every industry, and it's a very close-knit industry. It's diverse, but yet networking-wise, it's close-knit. If you get into the grand scheme of the more people you meet, there's a lot of connections that you'll make within the industry.
I think they're the sole backing of their man that they live with or work with or married to, and they give him inspiration to keep going and are there for him when things are not as good as they should be, and there for him to win the successes of his endeavors. My mother, who raised 5 kids, she cooked, she cleaned, she canned, she had a huge garden, she milked cows, she took care of his kids, she drove a tractor, she bucked hay bales, and she drove a truck hauling wheat to town.
Just seeing women, whether it's in running a farm or their own, maybe starting up a farm where they didn't grow up on a farm, but they just decided to go into the agriculture industry and raise animals, livestock, or actually have row crops. But just seeing those women, those are the ones that really inspire me.
Commercials that I see for like equipment sales or stuff like that, it's always like a kind of the ladies that are in those videos, they always seem to be thin women. Not everybody's thin like the people in those videos. I think that's one of the stereotypes that I see, is that they're just
yeah, there's a lot of stereotypes that either people consider if a woman's going in agriculture, she's there to either marry a farmer or not necessarily, but that's just the silly ones that people put on females.
Being a farmer's wife is challenging sometimes. I think they don't sometimes see what you have to do. They always come in and their clothes are folded and put away, their dishes are done. Sometimes, not always. Might not always have a meal prepared right away when he's ready to come in, but he doesn't always have to do that. So you might be out there working just as hard as he is, and then you have to come in and do some of those household things, which I can't say that I'd honestly have it any other way.
I believe women were partners with their husbands And again, going back to pioneer times, the 50s, 60s, and 70s, they worked side by side with most men, and they're harder working as most men I know.
I would give the advice, work for and go into a field that you're passionate about. Even within agriculture, there's a lot of different aspects. So main thing is do what you're passionate about, what you're interested in, and everything else that'll help inspire you day to day.